does hit you once you realize that in order to participate in the knowledge society, and all these devices are programmed. And you have to understand the logic that went into these devices so that you can understand what they're doing and what they're thinking, what the whole otherwise you just automatically, it's like, you're automatically working, but you're not conscious of what's really going on. And this is where we can get programmed ourselves. And now it's going to get even more sophisticated. Now there's a higher requirement because the AI devices that are coming out are super intelligent. They are mimicking the way the brain actually does things, on a very high level. This is why ChatGPT is so smart. I mean, I was working with Google Translator, and I started working with ChatGPT, and it's unbelievable how accurate the translation from one language to another, from French to English, from French to Spanish. It's like I find myself making very little corrections. And so how does this happen? Well, these people learn. Remember, the computer has been evolving for 2,400 years since Aristotle. People think the computer is a modern invention. It's not. The logic goes back to Aristotle. The thinking, the formal thinking, the forms in which these things are programmed, they all go back to mathematics and coming back together, zeros and ones, all that linguistics. It's been evolving. So this is why it's important that we learn the classical trivium, so you can know where it came from. It came from us. We are the creators. It came from our brains. And all these systems are doing are mimicking, they're mirroring our own capacity. But what happens when the mirror thinks that it's the one, and the one actually the observer in the mirror, doesn't even acknowledge that he's the one. And so what happens now is that we have to go back to empower humanity, because we've been so focused. And again, these are the transitive activities of the mind that producing the mechanical engineering. They create devices, and so these devices are created in the objective world. These are transitive activities. But what happens to the subject? What has happened to humanity in the process? What's happening to our humanity? You see that? And so this is where we have to empower. Now we shift focus, empower the human, because there's been this is what I call object-oriented programming. And you see, a lot of these programs are all object-oriented. They're all about creating things in the world. What happened to human being? What happened to the subject? What about subject-oriented programming? You see? Where where we take all that knowledge that's now being created by all these artificial devices, these artificial intelligence devices. How about we take all that knowledge and bring it back to the human being?